Okay, here's my, what would you call it, standing wave demonstration apparatus, which I've just bashed together tonight. It's a bit of a prototype, please don't judge my workmanship, but I just wanted to see if it worked. So I've got a piece of pine, you can see a piece of pine here, and I've just clamped it to the bench so it doesn't wobble, and I've got a couple of legs, one on that end and one on that end that I've screwed in. If I come and take a closer look here, you can see I've got a bit of a fairly heavy bit of string there, and it goes through a hole there, and down the other end here, goes through another hole here, and at the back here, see I've got a rubber band around a screw down the bottom there. Get the wire out of the way. So that gives it a bit of tension. There we go. Gives it a bit of tension like that. Now here, I've got a bit of acrylic. So the rope or the string goes through a hole and a bit of acrylic there, which is taped, and that's free to wobble up and down. That's just masking tape. Now that I've proven that this works, I'll work out a better way to fix that, but I want it so it can still wobble. Now underneath here, I've got what you see here. This is from a cannibalized Xbox controller. You know how when you're playing Xbox and when you're using the controller, and if you're doing a racing car game or something, you crash and the controller wobbles. So this is what does it. It's a motor with a weight that's off center. So you can imagine when that weight spins around, it creates a wobble. And that wobble is going to put a wave in my string by wobbling that acrylic up and down. So when I adjust the frequency of the wobble by adjusting the voltage to the motor on my power supply. So let's fire him up. Okay, so here we go. So you can see it's wobbling away there. If I look at that, actually, that's pretty nice. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. I've got a standing wave there. I've got exactly one wavelength. I'll get a bit closer so you can see. So there's a node there at one end, an anti-node. If I come down now, this is the middle of the string there. So I've got a node there where there's pretty much no movement whatsoever. And an anti-node, and back to this end. There's a node, so that's a full wavelength. Now if I, let me play with the voltage a bit. So if I wind the voltage up, it goes a bit nuts, and now it goes flat. You can see there's a vibration there, but there's hardly any amplitude there at all. There's no resonance, there's no, it's mostly constructive interference there. So if I wind it up a bit further, let's see what happens. There we go. Oh, now we've hit some resonance there, and let's have a look at this. This harmonic we've got now is, I don't know if you can see that, I can't see it on my phone, but I'll come and have a closer look. Node here, anti-node, there's a node, there's an anti-node, there's a node, there's an anti-node. So I've got 1.5 wavelengths now on my string. So, like I say, it's a bit rough, but I'm very excited. I think that works quite nicely.